were you Young Gleesh in the very beginning?
Yeah, nah. The first tape I had, I was Boogie, still my go-go name and shit.
Okay.
And with that tape, the ad-libs on that tape was Gleesh. Because that was some shit we was saying around our way at the time. Like, we like, Gleesh, look at that. You lying like shit, boy. Gleesh, look at that bitch. She fat as shit. You know what I mean? We was just saying that shit. So, it just like died down around the way. But I was like, man, that shit too cool to, like, you know what I mean? Let go type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about my hood. I ain't talking about the whole DC. You know what I mean? That's not a DC slang right there. That's now Mo Kill and Mo and everything else, Goop and all that. That's DC.
Yeah.
We was saying Gleesh around my way type shit. Boom. And then I just started using that in the ad lib. And then somebody was just like, Gleesh, just gave me that name because the nigga who was recording my first mixtape under Boogie, he was like, man, there's too many niggas named Boogie type shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, someone named Boogie just got signed to Aftermath.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's too many niggas. That was back then.
Right.
So I was just, you know what I mean? And then somebody just was like, Gleesh. It was that since then. It was already in the ad-libs, already written in stone already. So, you know what I mean?
And it just stuck.
And it just stuck.
Okay. So you were putting out music, but Strong was the first one that really started to really blow up for you.
Yeah, Strong went crazy because Danny Brown tweeted, Danny Brown, man, from Baltimore, like, you know, they right next. So he was hip to that. Like, I don't know how he was hip. Because he was from Baltimore and I wasn't shit. I was still in D.C. Like, even though it's close, it's a difference. You know what I mean? So I don't know how he was hip, but he was hip. And Danny Brown tweeted that shit like, man, that's the best tape, some shit like that. And Fader picked it up. And then, you know what I mean? Fader picked it up and it was like, ooh. And then Fader was fucking with me ever since type shit. You know what I mean?
So you got in that kind of Fader zone and the following they got.
It was on my...
Kind of like a hipster kind of following, sort of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's exactly what it was. And I ain't know, like, even till just now, I ain't realized how I got into that lane type shit. Because I didn't know nothing about Fader. I knew Double XL. I seen your shit. Like I said, I always, like, you know what I mean, prominent shit I always knew about type shit. But I ain't know about blogging and shit.
Right.
Vlogging and shit like that back then. I was like, what the fuck is all this? I didn't even know what the word blog was back when I did that shit.
Okay. So you dropped that, and then things started to move a little bit?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah. I was still out there. I still record. Niggas didn't even, like, I mean, the views was going crazy and shit. You know what I mean? I was still outside. I was still, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And shit ain't started going to Clean Side Finest 3, 2014, 2013, 2012, right when Gucci tried to sign me.
Okay.
Gucci tried to sign me around like 2011, 2012, that year type shit.
So, I mean, you talking about Gucci was one of the rappers that made you want to start rapping.
Yeah.
Now this dude want to sign you. And Gucci ain't one of these artists who sign a bunch of motherfuckers and they just don't go nowhere.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, Gucci actually has a track record that's impressive. Like, think about how many rappers Gucci, like,
he curated.
Put on. Curated. I think that's a great word.
He curated everything from the past, I want to say 9 to 10, 11 years type shit. Like, as far as, like, everything going on. Now, there's a whole nother realm, and I'm going to get into that. That's Juicy J shit with, like, Xavier Wolf and Suicide Boys and shit like that. But everything else from Gucci. Chief Keef, Future, Migos, me.
Waka
Flocka. And we talking about just how they sound. But then there's the background story of what he did for these niggas a lot of motherfuckers just don't know. Like, every nigga that he handpicked and had in his studios became somebody. Thug, Pee-wee, me, Dolph. I was there when all them niggas, they ain't had tape. The only nigga who was hot back then was Scooter. He just came out with Columbia. And I ain't even hear that shit. He was popping down south already type shit. So when I got down there, the first day I get down there, we go to North Carolina to a show type shit. And Scooter performed that joint. They already knew. I'm like, who the fuck? I heard of Scooter already, but I ain't know none of his songs. And I ain't know what the fuck type shit. I'm telling you, bro. Scooter, like Gucci curated all these niggas, all in the studio, all making music, the brick factory or whatever the fuck that shit was. And look at these niggas now, bro. I'm telling you. And niggas talking about Thug his voice is an instrument.
Yeah.
This nigga came from Guwop. For real. This nigga like that. That nigga Gucci crazy, bro.
So, saying that, why didn't you fuck with him like that? Why didn't you sign?
Oh no, it was real nigga shit. Some shit that happened. That around the time when he was dead on that rant shit.
When he went to jail.
Yeah, right before that. Yeah, right on that. Right before that.
When he
But that wasn't even that. It was some whole other shit. Some real nigga shit that happened. Like yeah. But I just couldn't.